Good day. My name is Brian Smith. I'm a student at Full Sail University. I'm going for my mobile gaming master's, and I'm working on my capstone project, WWI Flying Circus. And I'm going to take you through milestone number 5 as part of the heavy heads down development kind of effort. There are 4 things that are really accomplished during milestone number 5. One is all about messaging. So in the win, lose, draw kind of scenario, so you're playing the game, you're either going to win, you're going to lose, you're going to draw. It's kind of the messaging wrapped around how I'm going to present that information to the user. So I made a number of modifications to that. In addition to messaging is the prestige that you earn. So win, lose, draw during the different kinds of games, you can win and earn prestige, and the messaging is related to that too. So they're really kind of dovetailed together. The third thing that's happening in the win, lose, draw is at the end of the game, I give the player the opportunity to watch an interstitial ad and to increase kind of the bonus of the prestige that they're going to be earning. And the prestige is going to be the in-game currency. And then the fourth thing I did, sort of unrelated to all this, is privacy. Privacy is important to me, and so I really spent the time to write and get down on paper, I think, a very good privacy statement that I shall abide to. And let me just take you through the privacy before I forget. So I've created a new privacy channel in my Discord space, and I've got a text version of that privacy here. But in addition, I've also have a pretty version that I have here at my Christmas Whistler website, and I think it's a fairly complete thing. I use basically Apple's privacy rules, and so it meets and exceeds those rules. And then I grabbed lots of different kinds of privacy ideas from different websites that I liked and other privacy things. And so I've got, I think, something that's fairly complete. Of course, it can always be better, but fairly complete for the WWI Flying Circus. Okay, so that's the privacy. Let me then start sharing my screen and take you through some win, lose, draw kinds of scenarios. So I'm going to do here is balloon busting, or just while we've got the Zeppelin here, let me fire up the Zeppelin and show you, I worked on some animations. These are particle effects for the fire. I'm not very, happy, super duper happy with these yet. I know I can improve this, plus the animations. So I mechanically, the animations for kind of the balloon falling out of the sky and the biplanes falling out of the sky, the animations are mechanically there. They're working at the right places, the right times. The camera work is okay, but I know I've got some room for improvement. Again, I'm not so happy with my flames here, but I can make them better. So back to this, we're going to do some balloon busting. I'm just going to run this in the emulator for Unity. Eventually, I'm going to get down to network play, some of the different scenarios there, and for the messaging and the prestige and for the interstitial, and then I'll be firing up a Macintosh version of this. Okay, so here we are. Let's do some balloon busting. Play. Sure, I want to do this. I just want to take you through the scenario mode. Well, here, let me just go to home. Take a look at how much prestige we have. We have 27 grand. Okay, so I made prestige persistent, so it's always there, which is good for the player, but you have to kind of take a look at it before you start adding persistence to that, or prestige to that. So we're going to go, so we're going to do the surrender. And if you just surrender, you get no points this way, but you get given the opportunity to earn some additional prestige points here. So it's just 20 additional. You watch your interstitial ad all the way to completion, close, and there we are at 47. So the math is working. Okay, so back to balloon busting. I'm going to take you through a scenario. What normally balloon busting has is 27 different scenarios. I've cut it down. I just created a variable. I cut it down to 3 just so it runs faster. Oh, in fact, I created a little hotkey, X, Y, Z, Z, Y, and then if I do a B, okay, so X, Y, Z, Z, Y. Bonus points for you. If you know the game that is a reference to, X, Y, Z, Z, Y, without looking up on the internet, you get 20 prestige points from Christmas Whistler. Then I hit the B key, and it throws the object into its downward spiral kind of view. Well, it's again not so great with the animation, but the balloon is falling out of the sky, goes from 500 meters down to 0, and I move the camera back, and so there you have the animation. So it can be better. So let's go back to balloon busting, and we did the surrender scenario with the plus 20. So then let me take you through the kills. Okay, so here we are balloon busting, and I need to go the slow stall. Grand, we need to turn to the left with a stall. And what I did is, if you got all three or 100% of the kills, so if there's 27 maneuvers, which there are, you have to get all 27 kills. But if you do that, you're going to be rewarded with this death animation. So same animation I did before with the X, Y, Z, Z, Y, and then the B. So, all right. So that's that. And then I'm going to take you through some pass and play scenarios. So here we are. Here's our enemy, Lord Olive, over there. I'm going to do a kill and die scenario. So Baron von Red is going to be very aggressive and go straight at Lord Olive, past the device. Lord Olive is going to make a fateful mistake and do an Eileman. And there it is. So cursor Baron von Red, and Lord Olive falls out of the sky, and flames are coming up, and as the Lord Olive is dying. And we go over to Baron von Red, hasn't seen that move yet, but there it is, straight into the animation for Lord Olive falling out of the sky. Notice all the text is there, earning the prestige points. You can earn additional prestige points by watching this reward video. Okay, so that's some of the pass and play, kill and die. I'm going to do the flee and search. Pass and play, flee and search. So what we're going to do is we're going to run away from each other, so we get the lost contact processing. So we have to go really fast and away, over here, fast and away. And we're going to have this, we're going to have Lord Olive doing the searching, and Baron von Red is going to be fleeing. So Baron von Red gets the coward, Lord Olive gets the congratulations, he's earned the prestige points, additional points over here, back to home. Okay, then for network play, so I'm going to fire up this with network play, and then this is the version running on the Macintosh. So I'm also going to do the network play here. I'm going to play to a draw. So they're both on reconnaissance. Let me make this a little bit more window-eyes, and sorry if it's a little bit small here. Got a dogfight, and we're going to play to a draw. So same kind of thing is we need to lose sight of each other, lose contact with each other. So Baron von Red is going to zoom away to the right. Lord Olive is going to zoom away to the left. They lose contact, and they're both going to flee, which will cause the draw processing to happen. And there they are. And you notice here too is that with the interstitial ads, so this is emulating being on an Android device, and you've got the opportunity for the interstitial ads. And I have 50 interstitial ad points that are here. If you do that scenario, you can see up here we're up to 106, is it 109? And for this is running on a Macintosh, and the Unity's interstitial ads don't run on a Macintosh, and so you don't have the opportunity for even clicking on that. So it's just a, let's call it a feature of Unity on Macintosh. But I've got the, anyway, it's an if statement to see if the interstitial ads are available. Since I'm on a Macintosh, they're not available, and so I don't even show the button to the user. Okay, and then the other I want to take you through is the mutual touche. Let's get out of here. We're still in network play. Yes, I want to search for the enemy, creating a room. I'm going to search for an enemy, join the room. Let's have a dogfight, which is the synchronization step. Now we're fighting, and we're going to do a mutual touche. So this is Baron von Red. He is going to go straight at Lord Olive at cruising speed. Lord Olive is going to go straight at Baron von Red at cruising speed, and they hit each other. Now, so now this animation is both of the biplanes falling out of the sky on flames, and while you're watching the other one also. So again, not great animations. Boy, if you have some ideas on how to make those animations better, just, simple ideas, I will make improvements over the time. So that's not a problem. All right, so that's the code working. And let me take you through a little bit of the code to make that all happen. So the one of the big changes that I made is I had these look at object scripts, and Unity is amazing. It really is. Really, all that was there was this transform. So it says, yeah, this look at object. I associate it with a camera. Basically drag the script onto a camera, and then I identify what is the object that I want to be looking at, and I basically say for this camera, I'm always looking at the enemy target. In this case, it is the Fokker D7. Wow, it just makes it so simple. It's in the update routine, and it happens just once per frame, and it is just the most trivial piece of coding to do the most complex kind of thing that you can imagine. Not well, obviously you can imagine a lot more complex, but it is really awesome. So what I did though is, as part of the animation, I found that if the other biplane or balloon was falling out of the sky, you were looking through the floorboards of your biplane and you weren't seeing all the great animation and all the great action that was going on there. So I needed to move the camera up and out of the cockpit. It's kind of like a third person overlooking the scene and then watching all the death and destruction. And so this logic is basically doing that. And a little bit of making sure that I'm doing this right thing at the right time and all that. But then I'm basically starting a coroutine, kind of an asynchronous process. And then this is the asynchronous process here. And through the course of it, it basically is calculating how long this is going to happen, or not calculating, but it's given the parameter about how long this is going to happen, and how far forward I want to go, how high I want to go with the camera, and which camera that we're talking about. And then I basically transform the camera through space over that time using a linear interpretation algorithm. So pretty standard kind of mathematics for this. And to do that for both cameras, because with the pass and play, I'm always swapping over to the other player. Once you find out with win, lose, draw, you got to swap over to the other player to find out, so that player can see it from their perspective. So it took me a little while to get this working, but it really is cool looking. I can still get my debugging in there. All right, like I've done in the past, this is my main WWI Flying Circus code. And what I've been doing is I kind of search through there looking for milestone number 5. And there's a lot of changes in different places. So I don't want to say that, oh, this coding was really easy, but I'm just going to show you the some of the main mechanics of getting all this working. So there are 2 different states in my state machine. There's a win-lose, and then there's the pass win-lose. And pass win-lose is only used for the pass and play, and it's basically that intermediate step where the one player has already seen the results of the game, right? So the game has gone to win, lose, or draw. It's the end of the game, but both players need to see that same turn. Let's say it's turn 20. Both players need to see turn 20. So I've shown it to one of them. Now I've got an intermediate step where I need to show it to the other. So that's that pass, win, lose, draw. And then also down here, I've got the win, lose, and that would be for everybody. So the balloon busting, I've got to show the player the end of the game. For dogfighting, I've got to show the player the end of the game. And for the pass and play, I've got to show the second player the end of the game. But the same logic is in both places. Basically, is the question is, should we be animating this kill? If it's a mutual touche, there's a little bit different camera work that I do, and so I needed to pass a boolean to that. But otherwise, it's downing both planes, one plane or the other, and I do that both in the pass, win, lose, and the win, lose states. So same logic that goes into there. All right, so let me search. I guess okay, so here we are so this is the processing then. So if this object needs to be downed, taken down to the ground and all that. So I pass some parameters, with the what is this object? Is this for plane A or plane B, or for the for the Zeppelin, which is Zeppelin C, or is it a mutual touche? And that's the extra little bit of logic. And so I go through and basically make sure that, I set some values, and then I want to make sure that I've stopped any kind of previous animations going on. Because remember, with the pass and play, it could be, Fred is enjoying the death and destruction of Ginger, and then it's the pass to Ginger, and Ginger, I need to reset everything. And so then I need to stop those coroutines before Ginger is then presented with the same scenario, but starting at the beginning of her end of turn for the win-lose draw. So and that's what I do then, and as I fire up that coroutine, and then basically that is down here. That's the mathematics, similar kind of linear interpretation, just having the Zeppelin or the biplane fall out of the sky. Again, nothing spectacular. I need to do a better job with that, but the mechanics is there. And then another thing is too is that if I do swap from one user to the other, I need to stop all that processing from going on. Or if I'm going to go start another game, I need to stop all that asynchronous processing going on. So stop all the coroutines, plus the setting of some variables. That is largely the code. So again, lots of bits and pieces in different places, but that's the code to make it all happen. So let me stop the share. And thank you very much. So this is takes you through milestone number 5, messaging, prestige, interstitial, and the privacy. Boy, I'd love to hear your thoughts and ideas about how I can make and improve this. Again, thank you.